Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's tutorials we'll be working with our Sinamay. Yes, you heard me right. So you cut your Sinamay diagonally, you don't cut it straight, otherwise it won't be able to stretch. So now I've cut out the one I need and I've been able to stretch it just like you're seeing. So if you cut it straight, it's not going to stretch like this. So that's why you have to cut your Sinamay diagonally to get an extra length. Now I'm going ahead to fold it in like this because I don't want rough edges on my Sinamay. So this is the way I'm going to be folding it. Now once you're done folding it, the next thing you're going to do is to iron it. Yes, apply some heat and iron it, and this is what it looks like after ironing it out. It's looking like a straight one. So this is another one that I made, and here is another two other ones that I made of the same length. Now I'm going to be measuring it out so that you know the exact length that I worked with. Apparently, yeah, I worked with 20 inches in the first one, and then the second one I worked with 15 inches, and then the last two is about 11 inches. So I didn't have any particular measurement in my head when I started, but yeah, this is what I worked with for this particular design. Now for the first one, the biggest, the longest, which is the 20 inches, I had to fold it in like this to form so kind of like an infinite shape. Yes, and with my needle and thread I'm tacking it down to hold it in place. You can as well go ahead and work with your hot glue, but I don't know, for some reason I felt working with my needle and thread is perfect. Now this is the second one, the one of 15 inches, I guess. I'm also forming an infinite shape too, and then with that same needle and thread I used in tacking the first one, I'm putting them together and I'm tacking the second one. So this is how it worked for me. And yeah, so you can go ahead and form a third infinite. Apparently I wanted to make a third one, but I discovered that my Sinamay was not so long, so I had to manage with what I had to make those smaller ones. And then these smaller ones that I cut off, which are the 11 inches, I had to put it at the back to form a bigger one. So if you have enough Sinamay and you don't want to make the smaller ones like this, or managing it like I'm doing, maybe you should work with 25 inches to form that third one, as in the bigger one. But otherwise you can manage as well like I am doing. So now what I'm doing is to use hot glue to hold it down instead of tacking it with my needle and thread. Reason best known to me. So anything that works for you, that's fine. So I'm adding it on the other end to form an infinite for it. Okay, this is what it looks like after forming the infinite look. Now for the Alice band, I have various videos of how to cover your Alice band with material, but I know I haven't shown us how to attach a rope, an adjustable rope on the Alice band. So to do that, I'm using a bias, or if you have a ribbon or velvet bias, anyone that works for you, you just use your hot glue and attach it to the tip of your Alice band. Do it on both sides, and also make sure that the length of both ribbons are the same and that they will be long enough to tie it down at the back of your client's head. So I just give it enough length and I'm cutting it out. So this is how I attach the bias on it. Now, like I said, I have various methods of covering my Alice band, and this is just one of it. So I'm not going to be saying much. This is just me using a gold material. In this particular case, I used a raw silk material to cover my Alice band. Alright guys, if today is your first time of bumping into this channel and you already like what you see, I would advise that you please tap on the subscribe button right there and join the family. In this particular channel, this is where I do every DIY that has to do with headbands and ashoke, and in fact different headbands that any woman can use to beautify herself and go for all one bear. Please tap on that subscribe button and join the family, and also like my videos, share them. This is your own way of saying thank you for all the work that I'm putting out here and showing your own appreciation. And if I'm seeing these likes, I'm seeing these shares, and I'm seeing this subscribe, I think it will motivate me to put out more videos out there for you guys to see for free. Yeah, thank you so much if you've done that. I am so grateful. Thank you for joining the family. And also, I know I haven't shared this here before. I actually do this for a living. I make headbands, headgears, ashoke, auto geles, and filler for a living. So if you want me to make anyone for you, why not reach out to me in any of my social media handles? Just tap on my profile, you see my contacts there, and reach out to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so basically what I'm doing is to wrap up this particular headband with my raw silk material to cover it and give it that fine finish. And then if you notice, the first one that I wrapped it and I stopped like by the side of the headband, and then I continued from the other end trying to meet up with this other place that I stopped. Now I did that on purpose because this particular place where I stopped is where I want my Sinamay design to be laying on top of the headband. So once you get to that part, make sure that you're not cutting off your material under the Alice band. Just make sure that you cut it on top of the Alice band, just like I'm about to do right here. All right, this is the finished look of the covering of the Alice band. This is what it looks like once you're done covering the Alice band. Next thing, we are going to be sticking on our Sinamay design on top of the Alice band, right where we put, or right where we cut off the excess material. All right, so give it a hard press, and this is what it's going to be looking like, and we are not yet finished. So this is another Sinamay that I cut, but a longer piece and a wider piece, and I had to pin it down on my mop stick. I pinned it down, rolled it and pinned it down like that. And next I'm applying my steam on it. I didn't have a steaming machine, so I used my steaming iron to apply steam on it. Please be careful so that you don't burn it. So all I'm doing is to apply steam on it. That's all I am doing. So now after doing that, I had to unpin it and bring it out. And now you're going to see that it's going to form a spiral shaped Sinamay, and that is the design I was trying to achieve, the look I was looking for. And at the end of the day, I discovered that it was a bit longer than I needed, and I cut off the excess one lying around. And then mind you, make sure that the shape, the tip of the spiral you formed, you cut it diagonally. Next thing I'm going to do is to attach it on the design headpiece that we've already done before. And to attach this, what I used was my hot glue. You can as well use needle and thread, anything that works for you. For some reason, again, best known to me, I decided to work with my hot glue. So I gave it a press hold and allowed it to, stick on for a while. Next, I got this squirrel stick from where I buy FACINATOR materials. So this is how you get it. Next thing I'm doing is to apply Vaseline on this squirrel stick because I'm about to coil this squirrel sticks. Yeah, you heard me right. So I have this coiler at home. Any coiler would do, but this is the coiler I have. So I'm putting it in there and I'm gently rolling it and rolling it. leave it for some seconds or for almost a minute. I think I left mine for about a minute and it came out coiled. So I released it later on, and this is the result after coiling it. So that's it. So this is going to add another design to my headpiece. So I'm gently putting it in there and making sure that the spiral goes round it, you know, just to give it that extra look. And this time around, please, not for any reason best known to you, you're going to be working with your needle and thread. The squirrel stick is made in such a way that your needle can pass through it, so don't be scared. Pass your needle through it and give it that extra reinforcement and hold it down. Don't worry about the glue, it will pass. Alright, next I have this chicken feathers lying around in the house. I applied a little glue on it and I sticked it down there to add a little extra design. I didn't want to do so much, so this is another kind of feather that is lying around. I also, you know, glued it down there, and not so much, but yeah. Now these are beads that I put together, like wireworks bead. If you want to know how to achieve this wirework beads, I have a video of how I did that. I'll put a link on the description box, and also if you look up here you will also see a link that you can tap on to see how I made these you know, beaded wireworks. So I'm putting them all together just to form like let's say a circular thing, but no, just let it be irregular, but you know, a little bit arranged. Just arrange it there, because this is going to serve as a kind of like a brooch on the work that I'm doing. Then I also went on ahead, applied a generous amount of glue on the design that I made there, and I covered it with the wireworks, beaded wireworks. So give it a press hold for a while, not 10 seconds, but just hold it down there until it glues down together. And you'll see some holes lying around. You can still fill it up with the beads, leftover beads that you have. So add glue and then put down those beads there, and it will stick on. And I think this is the work, this is the finished look, and that's all for this particular video. I hope you like it, and if you do, please like it, give it a thumbs up, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.